Hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hansby here. Get your popcorn, get your crispy M&Ms, get your Fanta. Ew, we're going to the fucking movies. Oh my god. I hate myself today. We're going to watch E.T.
It was nothing like that, penis breath!
Elliot!
The Extra-Terrestrial. I hate this movie. I fucking am so scared of the puppet that is E.T. Okay, let me do a little bit of history for myself. When I was like 3 years old, my parents showed me this movie and I loved it. I was like, I'm just 3. You know, I love a little alien boy who's gotten lost in the world. Then something happened. I don't know if I experienced a nightmare. I don't know what it was, but like the next day I was like, no, actually, I fucking hate this. You know, 3-year-old me was like, fuck this movie. I fucking hate it. I'm done. So then this lasted for years, right? Eons, until I was probably about 7 or 8. And my mum was like, all right, enough. Like, to face your fear, I'm just going to show you the movie again. Danielle, that's not how you face a fear. You got a fear of spiders? You don't just go and walk into a fucking cave where there's heaps of webs. Sorry, wrong. So she put it on for me one rainy afternoon and I was watching it and, oh yeah, wait a minute. I do love this movie. It's beautiful. I was crying. I was emotional about the little freak like not making it home. But then that night, horrendous nightmares. Absolutely terrified. Little 8-year-old me screaming in terror at night. Poor Lily. Oh, bubby. So yeah, at my parents' house, like my bedroom had these massive cupboards and I guess I used to think that he was in there, sort of hiding amongst my soft toys. Anyway, this fear followed me. I mean, it's still here 27 years later. Hello. I hate it. So this will be really funny, I think, for you guys to just let me experience this hell film that I really don't fucking want to watch. But, you know, maybe it'll cure something. I can do this. I can watch this. I already hate it. Okay, let's go. Pressing play. Also, my child, Jack Black, is playing with a lot of toys right now. He's just having the time of his life. Okay, even the Universal logo before any movie would scare me because I'm like, it's E.T.'s little fucking production company. No thanks. And I really hated Steven Spielberg for a long time. I was like, I fucking hate you, man. But I don't even know him. All right, let me do the astrology for the actors in this. There's only like 2 that I care about, and one of them is Drew Barrymore. So Drew is a tiny child in this. So she has a sun in Pisces and a moon in Cancer. A moon in Cancer, run away. And then we've also got Henry Thomas, which he's Elliot, and he's a Virgo sun. I don't give a fuck about his moon sign. His moon sign is in E.T. I don't give a shit. Even the name Elliot. If I met someone called Elliot, I'd spew. It's beyond anything. But listen, my mum, Danielle, also has a fear of a movie. She is terrified of The Wizard of Oz. So it must be something hereditary where imagery or something, I don't know, maybe we've got some generational trauma about some mutual thing to do with fucked up movies. Even though they're not even like, I love The Wizard of Oz and my mum loves E.T. Doesn't make any sense. Ew, the music. Okay, I can't. Oh God. All right, so we're panning over the sky. It's space. It's nighttime. And we see a spaceship. I hate this already. I hate it. This is so scary. Even like X-Files couldn't watch. Like any sort of alien vibe, terrified. Still pretty freaked out. But now I sort of know, like, if aliens do come, they'll just sort of, like, kill all the government people. Like, they won't give a fuck about us because they'll be like, you poor little idiot monkey people. So, oh, fuck off. Ew. No. Why am I doing this to myself? I thought it'd be funny. Am I going to die? I'm going to fucking commit after this. I'm terrified. So we see E.T.'s spaceship. Oh, Jesus. And there's little beepies and there's a bunch of E.T.'s. There's a bunch of these football head alien cunts. Oh, the fingers. Ew. I'm not okay. Oh my God, I really don't feel well. Oh, I'm going to cry. I hate it. So we're in the spaceship and there's all these mushrooms and plant life. And I guess, you know, we want to be like, cool, these little cunts are fucking environmentalists. Go them. I actually worked at a wax museum in Sydney for like a year and there was a fucking wax figure of the little bastard. And every time I'd walk into that room, I'd nearly spew or shit my pants. I just hated it. But then I got really good at being okay with being in the room with him because every time I'd walk past the wax figure, I'd just be like, you fucking little piece of shit, cunt. I fucking hate you. You know, I'd just like abuse him. Okay, there's a rabbit and one of the ET hands. The freaky little dildo fingers are like fingering the ground. This is horrendous. Oh, yuck. He's making these little noises. Okay, maybe if I can focus that it's just like a man in a suit and it's just a puppet. I do have to say that the updated special effects version of this is way less creepy. They make him a little bit cuter in a way, and that's a fucking stretch for me to say. That was really hard because he ain't cute. He's a fugly motherfucker. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if you're a fan of this movie. I'm gonna rip it to shreds. Who knows? By the end, who knows? I might be a changed person. Okay, so all these dudes, like human dudes, have rocked up because they're like, there's a disturbance in the woods. And they're like, what the fuck was that? And E.T. is like, meh, and like runs away back, tries to get back to the ship. But I think he gets lost because he's scared of these people. I mean, it is pretty fucked up that they're just like chasing this little alien. And it's like running away like a scared little animal. I'm empathizing with this fuck, aren't I? Okay, so now the spaceship is leaving. And so E.T.'s family have left him. Yeah, they're a real great family. Maybe that's why I was scared, because there was like I have a fear of abandonment or something. Who knows? And so now E.T.'s left behind. Yeah, okay, it's definitely like the OG puppet that is disgusting. It's like a big turd. All right, now where are we? We're at Elliot's house. Elliot wants to hang out with his older brother and his older brother's friends. He's like, can I play? And they're like, no, you're a fucking dweeble. Okay, so E.T.'s voice, his little comes from raccoons, otters, horses, and burps. Burps? Who's doing ADR burps? That's sick. They've ordered pizza. And Elliot's just walked out of his house and he's walking up to the front door, but then he hears something in the back shed. He thinks it's the dog. Wrong. You know, I guess this movie did set up a lot of the aesthetics for like Stranger Things and Guardians of the Galaxy and all these sort of sci-fi movies. Okay, so a ball rolls out of the shed and Elliot's like, nope, fucking runs away. I would run too. E.T.'s face, the puppet face, was made up of facial features from Albert Einstein, Ernest Hemingway, and Carl Sandburg. So he's these white dudes' faces all mixed together, added onto a football head, turd textured face. All right, so Elliot's like, oi, come check out the shed. Something freaky deaky's going on. And so everybody's gone out with a torch. Everybody's a bit scared. If my kid was like, there's something out in the shed, I'd be like, cool, well, let's lock the doors, stay inside. So now they've found little footprints in the dirt and it looks like not human. So now everyone's going back inside. They're like, it's nothing. And then we see, oh, that fucks me up too. His little hand twirling around the door frame and then peeking out. That used to freak me out as a kid. I'd be ready for a hand on the door frame. We got a real cute dog. That dog's probably dead. What year was this made? Excuse me. Let me do actual... See, I can't even do the proper trivia or the proper facts for the film because I just want to spew. Movie was made in 1982. Or it was released in 1982. And it was written by Melissa Matheson and directed by Steven Spielberg. All right, Elliot's gone back out. Elliot's just like looking through the bushes with his torch. Oh, I don't like this bit. I know what it is. So he can see... I'm covering my eyes because I really know what it is and I hate it. So he can hear him and he goes to the cornfield. Oh, it's hideous. It's hideous. It's hideous. It's hideous. It's hideous. I hate it. 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 And E.T. does this like scream, and it's the actual old school puppet. It's not updated special effects, so it's the hideous turd man, and he runs away. I have tears in my eyes because I'm afraid. If I don't sleep tonight, I'm blaming all of you. I'm being that toxic friend. Okay, cool. So it's daytime now and Elliot's on his bike. Used to hate bikes as well. It was like, I'm never riding a bike because I don't want to levitate up towards the moon. No thanks. And he's got some Reese's Pieces and he's like sprinkling them as if to catch E.T. with some Reese's Pieces. So now the family's like, I know that you think what you saw was an alien, but you imagined that. It could have been an elf or a leprechaun. And then Elliot calls his brother penis breath. And his mum just laughs at him. Hey, I do like their house. It's pretty cool. I love an old mid-century style house. See, I'm finding positives in this. Mid-century style, penis breath. You know, the bits where E.T. isn't in it. Best bits. Elliot's asleep outside with a torch on, trying to wait for this fucking asshole to show up. And he can hear little footsteps. No, I'm actually scared right now. So... Is someone in my house? Is there an alien in my house? Oh my God. It's just Jack making noise. Is it? I don't even know. Okay, so Elliot looks up and E.T. is just standing there eating these little Reese's Pieces. And Elliot's like, oh. Ew, he's like a wrinkly poo with arms. Ooh, he's running towards Elliot. Oh. No, he's touching his sleeping bag with his two little dildo fingers. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I have full-on tears in my eyes because I'm really scared. I'm holding on to my body. I'm hugging myself. What's the trauma, Lily? We need to go in. Oh my God. Oh, fucking cat in my house making noise. Ew, his hands. Ugh. The only thing that we've seen of E.T. is him in the cornfield. But now he's making a fucking mess in Elliot's room. And now we see him sort of just standing there looking at Elliot like, yo. Hey, Jack, you are scaring me out there when you're making your little noises. You need to respect that I'm having a fucking mental breakdown watching this movie. So now Elliot's doing little gestures and E.T.'s copying them. He's like scratching his face and then E.T. scratches his face. You know, little theatre games, basically. Make him flip the bird, Elliot. Do something fun. I guess I'm okay right now because I can't really see him. So now Elliot's yawning and falling asleep, and so is E.T. So, you know, they're connected. They do have that weird little incesty connection, don't they? Because, like, when Elliot gets sick, E.T. gets sick. All right, now we're back at the little site of where the spaceship landed. And we've got this man, he seems to be a reoccurring character. He's got a little carabiner with keys on his belt notch on his jeans. And now he's found a bunch of the Reese's Pieces bits. So he's like, oh, someone else knows what's going on. Or does he think they're little alien poops? Oh no, he ate one. Okay, now Elliot's in bed and he's sick. He's ill. He's got a thermometer in. Oh, he's pretending to be sick. So he's making his face hot and putting the thermometer on the light bulb so it heats up. And then he's like, I can't go to school today because I need to babysit my freaky ass fucking freak. Kudos to the mum though. Single mum of 3, well done. She's like, I got to go to work. You're going to have to stay here. So now Elliot's opened his cupboard and he's like, come on. Because mum, everybody's left. He's home alone. He's like, come on out. Come on, little baby. And E.T. is like hobbling out of the cupboard like a freak. I'm E.T. I'm so cute. Wrong. And he's got like a little blanket on, like a little shawl. So now they're just staring at each other. And Elliot's like, do you talk? And E.T.'s like... So he's spelling out his name. He's like, my name is Elliot. And E.T.'s like ignoring him. He's just ghosting him. So now the dog walks in and E.T.'s like, ah. And the dog, whose name is Harvey, cute, is like barking and is like, what the fuck is that? Elliot's grabbing all this food for him. And now E.T. has scared himself by opening an umbrella. Fucking pussy. And he runs back into the cupboard. At the same time of E.T. getting scared by the umbrella, Elliot got a fright. From nothing, because he was downstairs. Like, he didn't even know. All right, now, older brother's home from footy practice. So now Elliot's like, oh, Mike, come in. Michael's the older brother. He's like, remember the goblin? He came back. If my little brother Mitchell was like, come look at this, and opened his cupboard and E.T. was in there, I'd punch him in the fucking face. But also, E.T.'s a little puss. You know, he's fucking scared of anything. Fucking punch E.T. in the face. I'd fucking kick that motherfucker in the fucking mouth. Okay, now Michael's like making fun. It's going to be fucking, yeah, real goblin. And so Elliot's brought E.T. out. Michael turns around and is like, oh, face drop. And now Gertie's home and she runs in and E.T.'s neck goes up. And then Gertie's just like, in E.T.'s face, and now everybody's screaming. How big is Elliot's wardrobe? It's so big. Now they're all in the cupboard and they're all staring at E.T. And Elliot's like, I'm going to keep him. I remember in high school, people were like, for your birthday, I'm going to get you an E.T. toy. I'm like, that's not funny. That's not a nice gift. Fuck you. Oh, also, okay, let me pause for a sec. So if you go onto my Instagram, you'll see that I commentate on past Rocker Stedfords from my high school. And Bomaderry High 1 year did an 8-minute performance of Steven Spielberg movies. Don't ask me why. I think it's on YouTube. I'm not sure. With Rocker Stedford, you have like an 8-minute dance piece, but also you have like moving sets. You know, you might have a massive house or a tree or a bridge, stuff like that to really like make the scene look good. So in that Steven Spielberg one, they had massive paintings of Indiana Jones and E.T. Instead of recycling these massive portraits, like I'm talking huge, they put them on the wall in the school hall, rhymes. And so every assembly, I'd sit there, not listening to what anything was happening in the assembly, because I'm just sitting there in terror looking at this hideous portrait of E.T. Oh, man. So I couldn't escape E.T. wherever I went. He was everywhere. School. That was it. But still, I was scared all the time. And now E.T. looks up and out the window into the sun and then goes, oh, fuck off. I don't like it. Okay, now there's like the scientist people, the lesbian with the carabiner on their pants. It's not a lesbian, it's definitely a man. And they're still searching. They don't look like professional people. They just look like dads in camping gear. Okay, so now Gertie, that's Drew Barrymore's character name, Gertie Gert, and Elliot and Michael are showing E.T. a book of space. And E.T. has put little bits of fruit onto the space book and now is making those, is it fruit? Or they're just little balls. He's making those balls float and sort of showing them a solar system to be like, this is where I live. I need to go home. Elliot runs outside and he can hear beeping and the voices of the camping men looking for E.T. E.T. notices some dead flowers and then he just stares at them and makes them grow back to life. Still doesn't excuse anything, mate. So now there's a bunch of kids on the street waiting for the bus, maybe? I don't know. Why would there be a group of kids on the street? And Michael's friends, the douchebags, are like, where's your goblin? And Elliot's like, it's a fucking alien, you dickhead. And then Michael's friend is like, where's it even come from? Your anus? You get it? Uranus. And Elliot's like, shut up, Greg. Yeah, fuck you, Greg. Gertie and Mum are running late. And then the mum hears something from upstairs. And she turns around and she's like, what the fuck was that? Because nobody's home. So she walks into Elliot's room and she opens the cupboard where we know that E.T. will be. And this is the shot that used to fuck me up. There it is. Right there, does. We pan over the soft toys and E.T.'s head is just chilling in there. And you would think that it was a toy. You would. That bit I hate. Good, it's over. Over and done with. Well done. Guys, I can't even tell you how scared I am right now. I'm looking under my bed. I'm looking in my own cupboard. Elliot's at school. And so is Michael. So is Gertie. Mum's at work. The only person home is football head turd. We're flipping between Elliot at school and E.T. at home. Okay, so E.T. Oh no, I used to have that exact shirt. E.T. is wearing a blue flannelette shirt that I seriously used to own that shirt. Lily. And E.T.'s opening the fridge because he is hungry. And so E.T. goes for the potato salad with his literal shit hands and he opens it and he licks it. Yuck. It's all the like throbbing as well. Like the back of E.T.'s head just throbs and he's like a little goo. And so E.T.'s opened a beer and now he's drinking the beer. The mum goes hard. Mum's got beers. And so now Elliot's in class and he burps really loud. And then E.T. is just waddling around the kitchen. Maggot. He got so fucked up off one beer. That's sick. That's like me. Fucking lightweights. Now Elliot's in class being like, whoa. Now E.T. just flops onto the ground, has another beer, and then Elliot's just drunk in class. So we're like, what the fuck's going on? They're connected. Elliot's cooked. This bit's funny. So E.T.'s drunk at home, wearing my flannelette shirt. I am worried about myself right now because I don't know if I'm scared anymore, which worries me because I don't have any other personality traits. So at Universal Studios, of course, there is an ET ride, and you can find footage of this ride on YouTube. You get in this little car thing. It's not a car, it's bikes. And on the front of the bikes, there's ET in the basket. And so at the beginning, you're going through the forest and there's all the police and the government people being like, we need to stop them. They've got ET. Blah, 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 blah. You hear the voice of Elliot being like, we got to get away. And then ET goes, ah. And then the next scene is that you are flying over the city and it's so beautiful. And then you go so high up into space that you just go to ET's planet. But then what happens is the most hideous thing happens. Okay, everybody, fuck me. You get to ET's planet and it's all beautiful and it's all mushrooms and fluoro coloured, but there's not just one ET, the one that we know. There's thousands of them. And there's little baby ones and there's real old ones, and the old ones are fucking horrendous to look at. And the old one talks. He talks English. He's like, welcome home, E.T. Go look it up on YouTube. I mean, if you want to fucking die, look it up. E.T. at home is watching a lovely movie from the 40s, it looks like, where some woman is trying to escape a man and yet he pulls her back and kisses her, because that's exactly what we want when we're trying to escape your presence. And then at the same time, Elliot is reenacting all of that stuff that's happening in the movie. So he grabs onto a girl in his class, pulls her back and kisses her. Now Elliot's getting taken away by the principal. Yeah, good. You're 10, huh? Okay, so E.T.'s just chilling in the living room and Mum and Gertie are home, but Mum is so distracted by putting all the groceries away that she doesn't even notice him. There's an empty beer can on the ground and Mum's just like, So the school has rang Mum at home and they're like, we've got your son Elliot. He seems intoxicated. Gertie is watching like, I guess, a Sesame Street type of thing on TV and it's like going through all these words. So it's like boxes, bananas, and E.T. is hiding behind the TV. He pops his head up and goes, B. And Gertie's like, yeah, you said B. So E.T. goes over to the phone and he's like touching it and pointing at it. And Gertie's like, phone. And then E.T. goes, phone. And then Gertie's like, you want to call somebody? And that's probably how we get the fucking most famous line in this movie. Phone home. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Okay. Gertie has dressed E.T. up like a little lady. She put a wig on him, little hat, dress. And Gertie's like, I've been teaching him how to talk. Elliot's like, can you say E.T.? And E.T. goes, E.T. And now he's like running around going, E.T., E.T., E.T. Don't say it, Lily Hensby. It's pretty cute. No, don't say it. Don't fall for it. This is why you have trust issues. Oh my God, he's just so happy in this dress. Whoa. Okay, so then E.T. points up at the sky and is like, home. E.T. phone home. Whose cupboard is he in now? E.T.'s just going cupboard to cupboard. Little cupboard slut. E.T. is just wearing a blazer. Elliot's trying to make E.T. a phone. So Elliot's gotten this saw and cut his finger on the saw. And now E.T. glows his little dildo finger and touches where Elliot cut his hand and heals it. You know, if they just made him a little bit less poo-like, I'd be into this movie. Who's the cutest alien in pop culture? The little tiny Martian that lives behind the face of that old man in Men in Black. That little guy. He's sick. All right, it's Halloween. Elliot is putting on zombie makeup. Sick. What's Michael dressed as? He's got like a knife in his head. So they've put E.T. in some massive clown shoes and a sheet because he's going as a ghost. They're pretending that it's Gertie. So E.T.'s noticed that Michael has, a knife through his head. And so E.T.'s trying to heal it with his little glowy finger. But he's like, it's fake. It's just a fucking prop, you little idiot. So Mum's got the Polaroid out. She's going to take a little pic. So the flash of the Polaroid makes E.T. faint. So Gertie is already up by the bike, which is up in the woods. So she's already gone up there and she's dressed as a ghost. Now there's some kid dressed up as Yoda and E.T. stares at him, walks over to the Yoda kid and is like, hey man. Now that makes sense because in Star Wars Phantom Menace, when we're in the fucking, who are they? The Senate. I am the Senate. We see little ETs in the corner. Google that if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I wish I could explain it better, but I can't right now because I'm distracted by the fact that I'm watching the scariest movie in the world. Here's the music. Here we go. Cue it up. Ready? Elliot's put ET in the basket of his of his bike. So Elliot stopped the bike and was like, oh, I'm lost. And then ET's like, nah, made the bike go. And then they got to the edge of a cliff and E.T. made it fly. And I guess they're looking for a big tree. So we get the iconic shot of them on the bike going past the moon. It is very beautiful. This is nice. I'm having a nice time now. But I shouldn't be. This is what happens. I watch it and then tonight, you wait. Fucking terrified. Surely not. That E.T.'s tiny, right? He's like the size of a 2-year-old. I could stomp him the fuck out. I'm strong, I'm fit, I'm flexible. I could just fucking deck him, Boom. Down he goes. So they've made a little phone out of, it looks like a record player, and they're connecting it up to a really tall tree in the hopes to connect E.T. to his home planet. They've made a little device, little 80s style. I don't know what the fuck they've made. I don't know how to explain how they've made it. What the hell is happening here? Man, I don't like it. So now Elliot and E.T. have been waiting hours, all night for this phone to work, and it hasn't worked. And so now they're both just a little bit disappointed. And so E.T. points to his heart and he's like, ouch. Now Elliot's like, you know what? You could be happy here. I could take care of you. Basically proposing marriage. All right, E.T. and Elliot they fell asleep in the woods. Mate, you'd be freezing. That 5 a.m. chill? Hey, Elliot's got the same shoes as Marty McFly. E.T.'s can't be found. MIA. So yeah, Mum's just worried. She's been up all night. Where's her kid? Why would he run away? And then, boom, he's back. And so, because E.T.'s missing, Elliot's like, is he here? And Michael's like, no. And so now Elliot's crying and he's like, we got to go find him. Let's go find him. And everybody hops on a bike. Well, not everybody, just Michael on a bike. Fuck, he's quick. He's zipping through the burbs. And there's a car following him. And he's noticed and he's like, what the fuck? Takes the bike up into the woods and now he's looking for E.T. He's just searching and he finds the sheet that E.T. was covered in as the ghost. Oh, holy fuck! Huh? Oh, fuck me. That was really gross. Okay, so Michael walks over to this, what are those things called? It's not a dam, it's not a bridge, it's just it's a bit of concrete with a tunnel that water goes through, leading down to a little creek. And fuck, E.T. is face down in the creek, pale. He's just this white little crusty thing. And he's like, This is at 1 hour and 15 minutes into the movie. Be careful if you are scared of this motherfucker. This bit is horrendous. He looks like E.T. is literally a poo. A dog turd. When dog turds have been out in the sun too much and they go fucking white? That's what's happening right now. I wouldn't say that. I'd fucking put my foot down on its head and just slowly press into the lake. E.T. looks foul. This is hideous, this part. And we're meant to be... I can't even look at it. Fuck. All right, Michael's got E.T. home. And Michael's like, Mum, can you come with me? And Mum's like, what, Michael? Fuck, I'm trying to have a cup of tea. And he's like, remember the goblin? Opens the door of the bathroom and E.T.'s just lying on the floor. And Mum's like, haha, that's so good. And then E.T. reaches his little fucking dead hand out to her and goes, Mum. And then the mum's like, and then Elliot's like, we're sick. We're dying. And the mum's like, get the fuck away from that freaky motherfucking white turd. Get out of here. Now she's taking all her kids away. And now Michael opens the door, the front door, and in walks a literal astronaut. Why would they send an astronaut? This part of the movie is scary. So all these astronauts are coming in. So we have a shot that looks like Apocalypse Now of these like 10 men walking towards the house in hazmat suits. Proper hazmat, not just astronauts. What the fuck was with the astronauts bit? So yeah, the government people are setting up this like laboratory outside of Elliot's house. There's plastic tubing going from the lab to the front door. And Michael's like, so E.T. communicates through Elliot. So Elliot's the key. But Elliot is in like a cryogenic chamber being experimented on. So they're not only experimenting on Elliot, they've also got E.T. in a little chamber. He'd have completely different insides, wouldn't he? Like, I wouldn't expect an alien to have a stomach and lungs and intestines. Like, they'd be made of crystals and glass and like plants. You know, they'd be made up of heaps of weird shit. How would you know how to experiment? You'd have to just kill it and then open it up and hope that another one would come so then you can experiment on that one alive. You know, you just have to. But I guess they're scared right now because if they kill E.T., they're going to kill Elliot, and that's murder. So now the scientist guy is like, what the fuck is going on? I've been wishing for this since I was 10 years old. How dare you live out my wish? And Elliot's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking dying because fucking E.T. is here and you're fucking holding him in quarantine when he needs to go home. If you send him home, I'll get better. I won't press charges. But listen, mate, fuck your little fucking childhood trauma. I don't give a shit. So a scientist has just walked in and been like, he has DNA. He doesn't have the same sort of thing like we do, but he's got DNA. And they're like, oh, excellent. And Elliot's like, E.T., stay with me. And E.T.'s like, stay together. It's pretty sad. I'm not going to cry. So Michael's back at home and he's just like looking in Elliot's cupboard at the little bed that E.T. made himself. And so Michael's going to sit in the nest and be like, oh, our friend. Don't you dare start crying, Lily Hensby. Oh no, I'm having an emotion, you guys. And that's rare for me as like a fucking quadruple Capricorn. So Michael fell asleep in E.T.'s little nest. So it's the next morning, the sun's coming up. Michael wakes up, looks over at those flowers that E.T. had put back to life, and the flowers are dying in real time. Dying. And Elliot's like, E.T., don't go. And now a bell is ringing, you know, code blue, code blue. Pretty sure E.T. is dead. Ugh. Yeah, he dead. And Elliot's freaking out. You're killing him. Leave him alone. And they're wheeling out Elliot. They're like, get this kid out of here. So now they're trying to resus E.T. Trivia is that all of these actors in here are actual doctors. Spielberg didn't hire any actors to be doctors. He just got some actual doctors to come in. That's sick. Elliot's crying, Gertie's crying, Mum's here crying. Everybody's very sad because E.T. is gonna die and I'm doing a little happy dance. No, I'm not, because I'm not a fucking psychopathic narcissist. I can empathize with people. So now all the scientists are sort of packing up out the front. They're like, well, whoops, we killed an alien. Uh-oh. He's hot. Who's that guy? Grey suit, moustache, holding a walkie-talkie. If you're watching along, you know who I'm talking about. Now, all the kids from the neighborhood are like lined up out the front of the house. They're like watching, like, the fuck is going on? And stupid fucking Greg is like, they're gonna die. And everyone's like, shut up, Greg. EEG's flat, EKG's flat. They're gonna call it. 1536, E.T. is dead. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There's some weird noise happening out the front of my door and my cat just like sprung up looking, and it literally sounded like I swear to God, if I see E.T. run through my living room, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants. Okay, so now they're putting E.T. into this. What is that? It's like a metal case. Elliot is just chilling in a blanket. Lots of blankets in this movie. And he's like talking to the carabiner guy, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to cut him up? And the guy's like, why don't you just go spend some time with him? You know, say your final goodbyes. Because, yeah, we're going to fucking cut him open. And E.T.'s in this body bag. I swear to God, there's a fucking alien in my house right now. What the fuck is that noise? So Elliot's like, you must be dead. Otherwise, like, I feel nothing because you're obviously dead. So Elliot's like, I'm going to believe in you every day. Like, I believe in aliens. If you don't believe in aliens at this point, Yous are fucking idiots. And now, why are they just out? So Elliot walks past the dead flowers and the flowers sort of move. They sort of grow. But why? Hang on, there's just loose flowers in a lab? I don't think so. So Elliot runs back over, opens the case, and E.T. is alive and his heart is glowing. And Elliot's doing great acting. He's like, aha, yeah! He's so stoked. And E.T.'s just like, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home. And Elliot's like, shut the fuck up. You're going to get fucking caught. All right, and then Elliot runs into Michael and he's like, he's alive. Elliot has run down the tube and is in the van where they've put E.T. in the metal case. So Michael's dressed up in a hazmat suit and is in the driver's seat of the van. Elliot's like, let's go, drive. All the fucking government dudes are coming, and that hot guy with the moustache and the grey suit's coming on in. And so Michael speeds off, and the van is still connected to a bit of tubing, and there's still like dudes in the tube, and they just like fucking fall over. Michael drives past his friends, and he's like, meet me up in the woods. And so Greg and the Uranus guy putting on like hats and balaclavas, and they're on their bikes and they're like, let's go. A couple of swear words in this movie. They say shit and bitch for a kids movie, family movie. Elliot is disconnecting the tube from the van, and now Mum's in her car with Gertie. She's following her kids. And now there's cops. The fucking piggies are here. Oink, oink. Oh, it's the Rozzers. They're coming. Now, Michael drives into a park where... What the fuck is happening here? Oh, all the mates are here. So he said, meet me at the park. My bad. And they've brought his bike. Now, E.T.'s, again, in a blanket. And he's just chilling in the van. And all the friends are like, whoa. Beautiful score by John Williams. Now, Elliot gets dressed in a red hoodie. Bing, bang, boom. I tell you, I did not wear a red hoodie for a long time. If someone had a red hoodie on, I'd be like, you have to take that off. So now all the adults, the evil adults, have found the van in the park, and they're like, oh no, they've gotten away. We meet up with the boys on the bikes. Boys on bikes. And they are fucking speeding. They're going so quick. Cops are coming, trying to cut him off. That is not Elliot on that bike. That's a full-grown man. All right, now we've got United States government. That's just what it is. United States government are after them. Now, E.T., it's a bumpy ride for little E.T. in the bloody basket there. We made it. All right, they made it to the woods. But then, out of nowhere, all the adults come. All the government people, they're getting blocked off. They've got nowhere to go. US government has a gun. So Elliot shuts his eyes. He's going to get shot in the face. And then E.T. goes, whoa. And then, boom, magically lifts them up off the ground. They're flying on their bikes. We already knew this could happen because we saw it with just Elliot and E.T., but now he's made all the friends go. And we're flying over the town. We see everybody. Lots of people have pools in this town. And Greg, tough Greg, is like, tell me when it's over. I'm scared. Yeah, we knew you were. And their bikes touch the ground. Does. Elliot looks up into the sky and there's a bright light. And E.T. is smiling, rubbing his heart. Gross. And from the heavens above, down comes the spaceship. The hideous spaceship. It's the image of like pine trees with a bright light behind it that scares me. You know it's going to be alien. Why are the stories just like I was in the woods and there was aliens? I'm sorry, if I was an alien, I'd be going to the beach. I'd be going to Wollongong North Beach. That's where I'd be chilling. All right, the spaceship hits the ground. Does. Fuck, that took forever. It's shaped like a butt plug. So E.T. tells Gertie, be good. And then she gives him a little kiss on his nose. What would he smell like? Michael gives him a little pat on the head. And E.T. has the flower pot. Now, Mum and some of the government people have caught up and they're just staring at the spaceship. They're like, what the fuck? Whoa. Now, Elliot is going up to E.T. Beautiful music is playing. And E.T. reaches out his disgusting hands and is like, come. And Elliot's like, you stay. I just risked my life for you. And you're going to fuck off? E.T. and Elliot are hugging. And E.T.'s disgusting hands like massage his back. And the mum collapses. She's like, Jesus Christ, this is intense. It'd be fucking crazy. If I saw my kid hugging a fucking alien, I'd be like, huh? I'd be so open to anything. I'd believe anything anyone ever told me. I'd be like, yeah, I saw my kid hug an alien, so we'll join your pyramid scheme. I'm in. Oh man, they're dragging this out. We get it. He's going. I guess we're meant to be feeling emotions here, but you won't catch me crying over this motherfucker. I'll be right here. And E.T. points to Elliot's head. And Elliot's like, bye. At least they got a photo. You know, they got a photo of E.T. I mean, he's under the sheet, but you'd still, because I swear to God, if I didn't have any photos of this moment in time as a kid, I'd be like, I'm pretty sure I made that up, right? And then just fully gaslight myself forever. E.T. grabs the flower pot. Oh, I thought he was giving that to Michael. No, sucked in Michael. And he's walking up his little ramp. Trot, 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 waddle, 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 little penguin boy. Now the dog follows. Harvey, don't go with them. They'll eat you or something. All right, hideous. We see the silhouette of E.T. as the ramp of the spaceship is, going back up. Yuck, that's foul. Elliot and E.T. staring at each other. E.T.'s heart is glowing, holding the flower pot, and the doors are shutting. All right, and the spaceship is leaving. Get the fuck out of here. All right, off goes the spaceship, and it leaves a little rainbow in the air. Oh, E.T. part of the LGBT? Hello. Everyone's smiling, everyone's happy, everyone's sad, a mix of emotions. Elliot's just fucking traumatized forever. Lost his best friend. Only friend he could make was an alien. And that's the end. Literally, is the last shot is just Elliot looking up at the sky crying. Well, fuck me. Jesus. Okay, that's it. No post-credit scene. How'd we go? How do I feel? I had a range of emotions. I was scared, and then I was terrified, and then I had childhood flashbacks, and then I was sad, and then I was nothing, just numb. Right now, I feel as though there is an alien in my house, and I will probably start to lose my mind in the next hour or so. The movie, out of 10, I can't give it a rating. It's too... I got through it, but am I truly scared now? Let me think about it. No, I feel brave. I feel like I've accomplished something. Maybe the 8-year-old in me who was terrified of this movie feels a bit better about it now. No, because now I just remembered E.T. pale as a ghost in the fucking creek. That bit is horrible. Nah, I'm back. Okay, I'm still scared. Who knows when this fear will ever end? But please just respect that I don't like this movie. I don't like the puppet. So don't get me a present. Don't send me a GIF. Don't buy me the DVD. Just don't, please don't find that funny because I don't like it. It is quite traumatic to me. I have a pretty wild imagination, and so I don't need to be reminded of the freakiness that I feel with this alien. If you want to get me a ridiculous gift, you can, but just don't make it E.T. themed. Thank you. That would be great. Fuck those friends in high school who thought that would be funny. Assholes, right? Cool. Are aliens real? Yes. Nothing that you say trying to disprove that for me will change my mind. Cool. So I need to go and watch something hilarious or feel something. Like I need to go and distract myself. So thanks for that. Thanks for joining me on this one. Man, we got that one out of the way. I wanted to do it early because I knew it'd be a wild ride. Thank fuck it's done. So yeah, thanks for listening. I know this is so funny and silly and apparently making podcasts is actually lame, but that's okay because I like being a little bit of a lame-o. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing these even if like only one person listens and that one person is me. I'm just going to keep making them. So deal with that shit. All right, love yous. Bye.